Hello, today I'm looking at Majjhima number 114, called the Sevitabba-asevitabba Sutta, and that's translated as to be cultivated and not to be cultivated. Now this is quite a long sutta and it seems to fairly naturally fall into two parts, so I'll just do the first part separately. So the location is Savatthi, Jetta's Grove in Anathapindika's Park. And the people mentioned are Buddha, or the Blessed One, and his followers, the monks and bhikkhus, and especially one of his leading followers, Sariputta. So it starts with Buddha telling his assembly he will teach them what should be cultivated or practiced and what should not be cultivated or practiced. And first he summarizes the items as follows. Buddha says, behavior is of two kinds, mutually exclusive, either one to be cultivated and practiced and one that is not to be cultivated and practiced. And the behaviors are bodily conduct, verbal conduct, mental conduct, inclination of mind, acquisition of perception, acquisition of view, and acquisition of individuality. Having summarized it, Sariputta asks Buddha to elaborate. So Buddha carries on. Bodily contact. What causes unwholesome states to increase? Killing living beings, given to violence, mercilessness, stealing, misconduct in sensual pleasure, including adultery. And what causes unwholesome states to decrease and wholesome states to increase? That is, abandoning killing, abandoning rod and weapon, being compassionate, gentle and kind to all living beings, abandoning stealing, abandoning misconduct in sensual pleasures. So cultivating those is what is recommended. Verbal conduct is the next one. What is unwholesome? Speaking falsehoods to family, to a court, at a meeting, for his own ends or others. Speaking maliciously in order to divide people. Creating discord, a creator of divisions who enjoys discord. Speaking harshly, words that are offensive and rough, bordering on anger, unconducive. Gossiping, speaking at the wrong time. Speaking what is not fact. Speaking what is useless. Speaking contrary to the Dhamma. Speaking such words that are worthless, unreasonable, immoderate, and unbeneficial. Such verbal conduct causes unwholesome states to increase and wholesome states to diminish. So what is wholesome causing unwholesome states to diminish? Abandon false speech, abstain from false speech. Abandon and abstain from malicious speech. He who does this reunites those who are divided, a promoter of friendships, and enjoys concord. He abandons and abstains from harsh speech. His words are gentle, pleasing to the ear, and are courteous. He abandons and abstains from gossip. He speaks at the right time. He speaks what is fact. He speaks on what is good. He speaks on the Dhamma and the discipline. At the right time, he speaks such words that are worth recording, reasonable, moderate, and beneficial. Such conduct causes unwholesome states to diminish and wholesome states to increase in one who practices it. Next is mental conduct. What is unwholesome? Covetousness, coveting the wealth and property of others. A mind of ill will and intentions of hate. And what kind of mental conduct causes unwholesome states to diminish and wholesome states to increase in one who cultivates it? This is a person who is not covetous. He has a mind without ill will, and his intentions are free from hate, thinking thus: may these beings be free from enmity, affliction, and anxiety. May they be happy. So that's sort of similar to loving kindness meditation by the sounds of it. Such mental conduct causes unwholesome states to diminish and wholesome states to increase in one who cultivates it. And the next is inclination of mind. Unwholesome states increase with someone who is covetous and abides with his mind imbued with covetousness. He has ill will and a mind imbued with ill will. He is cruel and abides with his mind imbued with cruelty. And what kind of inclination of mind causes unwholesome states to diminish and wholesome states to increase? This is someone who is uncovetous and abides with his mind detached from covetousness. He is without ill will and abides with his mind detached from ill will. He is not cruel and abides with his mind detached from cruelty. Such inclination of mind causes unwholesome states to diminish and wholesome states to increase in one who cultivates it. And the next is acquisition of perception. What kind of acquisition of perception causes unwholesome states to increase and wholesome states to diminish in one who cultivates it? Here, someone is covetous and abides with his perception imbued with covetousness. He has ill will and cruelty and abides with his perception imbued with ill will and cruelty. And what causes wholesome states to increase? Where someone is uncovetous and his perception is detached from covetousness. He is without ill will and abides with his perception detached from ill will. He is without cruelty and abides with his perception detached from cruelty. Such acquisition of perception causes unwholesome states to diminish and wholesome states to increase in one who cultivates it. The next is acquisition of view. What kind of acquisition of view causes unwholesome states to increase in one who cultivates it? Here, someone holds a view that there is nothing given, nothing offered, nothing sacrificed, no result from good or bad actions, no this world or other world, no people reborn spontaneously, no good and virtuous recluses and Brahmins who have realized for themselves by direct knowledge and declare this world and the other world. And what acquisition of view causes wholesome states to increase and unwholesome states to diminish in one who cultivates it? Here, someone holds a view. There is what is given and what is offered and what is sacrificed. There is a result of good and bad actions. There is this world and other world. There are beings who are reborn spontaneously. There are good and virtuous recluses and Brahmins in the world, who have realized for themselves by direct knowledge and declare this world and the other world. Such acquisition of view causes unwholesome states to diminish and wholesome states to increase in one who cultivates it. And next is acquisition of individuality. What kind of acquisition of individuality causes unwholesome states to increase and wholesome states to decrease in one who cultivates it? This is when a person generates an acquisition of individuality that is subject to affliction. So I'm assuming here that affliction means the taints, so the person is still affected or afflicted by the taints. And this prevents him from reaching the consummation. And again, I'm reading that achieving arahantship won't achieve full release from the rebirth cycle. And to increase wholesome states, it is when he generates an acquisition of individuality that is free from affliction of the taints, enabling him to achieve release. In all of these cases, one or the other occurs. Venerable Sariputta now says that he understands, and Buddha is pleased that Sariputta understands. So that's where I'm sort of doing part one of, or ending part one of Majjhima Nikaya number 114. The what was the title again? The Sevitabba-asevitabba Sutta. So the cultivation or not cultivating. Thanks for watching.